it's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing my everyday go-to current makeup routine. I have had so many people asking me lately for an updated like makeup routine, or what am I wearing on my eyes? What is on my lips? What's this? What's that? So I didn't have time to do my makeup before I took the kids to school this morning. So I figured today would be the perfect opportunity for me to film while I was putting my makeup on. So today I'm just going to be walking you through every single step that I do to get this makeup look. It's a little bit more of a silvery color. Oh, hi, Wink. Winky. Hi. What are you doing? You want to come? Oh, that's my leg. Come on. He slept on my face last night. Come here. So I had hair all stuck to my like moisturizer when I woke up. Come here. You want to come up? I see him. You want to come up? No? Okay. I really love the way it looks. It's super pretty and I get so many compliments on it. I've been getting vampire facials, which I would highly recommend if you have like acne scarring and a lot of texture or big pores, because I really do feel like it has made a huge difference in my skin. I don't want to be putting like all of this time and effort into my skincare routine, as well as like, you know, the procedures that I get, and then just go and put like products that aren't very good for your skin. So my blush, my highlight, my bronzer, my powder, my foundation all have skincare benefits in them. So I feel like basically everything that I'm putting on my actual skin is like helping my skin while I wear it. And I do feel like my skin is like, here, let me just try and get up close for you. I mean, other than wrinkles are just crap. But my skin is really smooth. I do have one zit right here, which has been a real loser. He's been sticking around forever. But my skin is really smooth. Other than the one zit, it's the nicest that it's ever been. I hope that you guys enjoy and find this helpful. I'm gonna link everything down below for you guys. So if there's anything that you see here that you like, it's all gonna be linked down below. If you're new to my channel, I have very oily skin. It's not even combo, it's oily all the way to my cheeks. So I have really oily skin. I have acne prone skin, as you can see. My skin's actually been really, really good up until now. I tried I tried that new Say tinted moisturizer, and I'm pretty sure that was the culprit, because I literally never break out anymore. And then I used it for 2 days in a row, and then I got this little friend. When I stick to this routine, my skin is perfect and never breaks out. When I try new products and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a review on this foundation, I end up breaking out. So I am done with that. I can't be bothered. I love doing reviews for you guys, but then it makes my skin bad, and like, who wants bad skin? It's once you finally have nice skin, you don't want to like go backwards. So this routine makes it so that my skin stays nice, it doesn't break out, it stays nice and smooth, it doesn't clog my pores, and it just looks really pretty and very skin-like. And I feel like what I've noticed for me, like I'll be 36 in July. I used to wear super full coverage foundation, and while I love the look of super full coverage foundation as far as like the flawless aspect, I feel like as you wear it through the day, it really does tend to make your skin look a little bit more mature, and it just doesn't wear as well as it used to on me. So I find that like all of the little fine lines and wrinkles and movement that I have in this section, and even on the under eyes, I just find like it doesn't look that good. And for me, I would rather have more youthful looking skin and kind of more glowy and like skin-like than the coverage. So luckily, majority of the time my skin's really nice nowadays, so I don't have to go with a full coverage foundation. So this foundation routine is not full coverage. I would say it's a medium coverage, but it's very skin-like, it's very youthful. So if you are, you know, around my age or older and you're looking for like a really good youthful foundation routine that's gonna make your skin look really hydrated and kind of more plumped up and younger, this is the routine for you. If you're looking for like a really full coverage, I would not go with this one, because it's not even really buildable. I feel like medium is kind of I say medium, yeah, it's not full, it's medium coverage, but it does make your skin look really, really pretty and really youthful. So with this foundation routine, I feel like it gives me a flawless enough looking coverage to where, you know, you can kind of see some little scars underneath the skin. Like, you can still see the zit, it's a little bit of a redness, but I'm not too worried about it because it lasts all day long. Even when I get oily, I can just pat away the oil and my skin is not, or my makeup is not disrupted underneath. It doesn't, you know, discombobulate or gather or get into fine lines and wrinkles. It just stays looking really beautiful all day long. So that's why I like this. I would say it's probably, if you're oily, you are gonna have to blot throughout the day. I do have to blot, but I really have to blot with anything. I hope that you guys enjoy and found this helpful. I will link everything down below for you guys. So if there's something that you need or something that you feel like, wow, I gotta try this out, everything will be linked in the description box. It will also be linked in the comment section too. So be sure to go and check out those. I do have a Starbucks giveaway, Starbucks gift card giveaway on my Instagram right now. So if you guys haven't entered already, be sure to go and enter that. That'll be running until Friday. So I think by the time I put this up, I think I'm gonna put this up on Thursday morning. So you'll still have 2 full days to enter, so be sure to go and enter. I'm gonna link this sweater because I literally just got it yesterday. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope you guys enjoy. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. So for my foundation, this is what I use every single time I do my makeup. This is the Medium Tan and Tan in the Pure Lease BB Cream. So this is what it looks like. It is excellent. It's SPF 30. I absolutely love it. It's got skin benefits. So it's supposed to be an antioxidant moisturizer and SPF in one. It's got Asian herb extracts complex, goji and hawthorn berry brightens skin, while jasmine improves skin texture and retains moisture to create a gorgeous and glowing complexion. So not only is it a foundation, but it actually has skincare benefits while you wear it. So I really like the medium tan and tan mixed together when I am tan because it's like a really good color. And that's what I love about these, is that the color is just so nice and it blends into the skin so well. Like you don't have to mess about trying to find the right shade. It's just like, I would say it's a little bit adaptable. I got my sister turned on to it as well because she was having some skincare problems with the foundation that she was using, and she felt like her skin was just a bit bumpy. And so I told her to try out this, and she said that after the first day of using it, she actually noticed that her skin looked less bumpy, like it was automatically working. And I think she's been using it now for a couple of weeks, and she said she just absolutely loves it. She wears the color medium tan. She's not quite as tan as I am. And the medium tan works perfectly. And we are like a different skin color. Like she has a little bit more olive complexion, and it works really well for her too. So I would say it's quite adaptable. I mean, obviously there's not a whole lot of shades, but I feel like they really do a good job of like working with lots of different skin tones. So if you're kind of around my coloring, you know, if you like self tanner, if you have a little bit of color at the moment from being outside, then I would say do medium tan and tan mixed together. And I like to tap it in once everything is on. It's not the most full coverage. Like if you're looking for a super full coverage foundation, this is probably not the one for you because it's definitely not full coverage. But it covers enough for me, and it just looks so skin-like and pretty on the skin. And if you're more mature, or if you are in your 30s and you are noticing those first signs of aging, it's just so nice because it makes your skin look really youthful. It doesn't get stuck in the fine lines and wrinkles. It doesn't get heavy or cakey or collect. It's just super pretty. And to be honest, like I'm kind of to the point now where I would rather have my skin look young than like every little thing covered. Like I'd rather look more youthful than more flawless, if that makes sense. So like if this little zit shows, it shows. I'm not really too bothered about it anymore because I don't like the look of like that cakey full coverage look anymore, just because it makes you look so much older. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to not look older. So why go and then stick full coverage foundation and just make your skin look like, I'm doing all these vampire facials and PRP injections and all this. Like, well, I'm not gonna go and put a foundation that makes me look older on top of that after I'm doing all of this work to try and make my skin look younger. The next thing I do is take my Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. This is in the color Fair, and I have been using this now for probably a good couple years. I bought so many of them. So I just do a little bit there. And then I just do a little bit on the outside. On a regular basis, I do not use a sponge anymore because I found that this foundation does not do well with a sponge or a brush. You have to use your fingers with it. So if you're someone who is like totally against using your fingers, because it's quite a horrible feeling, which is why I always keep wipes in here, because I hate the feeling of foundation on my fingers. Like, it's such a gross feeling, but this foundation just does not apply very well if you don't have or if you don't apply with your fingers. So you do have to apply with your fingers. So if that's something that you just cannot do, I know it's kind of a gross feeling, then I would definitely suggest not getting it, because if you try to apply it with a sponge or a brush, it just doesn't do that good. Like, it doesn't look very nice. You just don't get the full benefits of it if you don't put it on with your fingers. This concealer, you can apply with your fingers or with a sponge. It works great either way. It's just the foundation that I'm talking about that. Also, I'm getting is it right here. I used a new tinted moisturizer about a week or so back, and I'm pretty sure that's what broke me out. My skin was really great, and then I used it, and then I used it twice in a row, and I noticed on the second day, I was like, what's this, friend? And then all of a sudden, I just had this huge cyst, and huge cystic acne, whatever you want to call it. And it's just been a real loser ever since. So then I go straight on to highlight before I powder, and that's the key with this highlighter. This is the Red Aspen Glow in Pearl Crown. If you use it on already powdered skin, it just doesn't have the same effect. It's quite intense and quite icy. So if you don't have it on the bare skin, it can look a little much, and you'll see, like, as I'm applying it, it already is like, whoa, beaming. So if you apply it before your powders, it really has a chance to like melt into the skin, and it gets really like one with your skin, and it's super pretty. And then it's not so intense, because obviously you're putting all your powders on afterwards. It just looks super duper pretty. A little bit goes a long way, so that's why I keep tapping with my brush, and I just apply it with a fluffy brush. I just kind of bring it down a little bit over here. This is the Sigma, or sorry, Morphe E27. I don't think you can get this brush anymore, which is a bit of a poop situation because it's so good. This is the Red Aspen Bronze in Copper Grove. So looks like this. This is completely matte, and this is a Moda brush. I have no idea what it is because it doesn't say, but it's just like a big fluffy kind of, it's like a stiffer fluffy brush. Now this bronzer is very, very intense. You don't need very much. I just got way too much there because I wasn't paying attention. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to blend out in the world, but it's got a lot of skincare benefits in it as well. All of the Red Aspen products do. So like the highlighters, the blushes, the bronzers, they have a lot of really nice ingredients like aspen bark and hyaluronic acid. So they really are really good for your skin. That's what I try to do nowadays, is just find products to use for makeup that are like more kind of like friendly on my skin, like have more skincare benefits to them as well as being makeup. I love the color, I love the formula, I love the skincare benefits. It's just a little, it is a little pigmented, so you do have to be a little bit light and just blend really, really well. So just keep that in mind, because you might put it on and be like, whoa! I mean, they only have, I think they only have one shade. So it's not like you have a lot of different shades to choose from. So you can see I did way too much here. It's okay because we're gonna powder. And usually my bronzer ends up kind of disappearing anyway after I powder, so it's okay if you go a little heavy at first. I always do the underneath because I don't have the best genetics when it comes to chins. And so I really contour that out. So see how like that looks so much better? This is not looking as great. So it's like, so I make sure I blend this all down the neck. That's why I always wear a dressing gown when I'm doing my makeup, because I do bring it really far down so that everything blends out, because my face and neck is always so much lighter than my body, because number one, you're washing your face so much more. So if you have self tanner on, you know, you're washing and exfoliating your face way more than you would your body. So I always tend to fade out really quickly. And then also if you are outside, you know, if you're on a hike or at the beach or whatever, I always have like a high SPF on my face and a hat on usually. So then my face and neck never really gets that tan. I do a little bit underneath the lip. And then I do a tiny little bit at the tip of my nose. So just right here. And then a little bit just on the top to help contour it. God, just a little bit of sun I've had just from like sitting outside and watching the kids or playing outside or being on a bike or whatever. I'm starting to get freaking dark spots right there. Oh, so annoying. Even with sunscreen on. I take the Soleil from Glow Skin Beauty. I absolutely love this one. This is a Real Techniques blush brush. And I kind of bring it up a little higher on the cheek. And this one does have a bit of a sheen, so it kind of creates a little glow and it marries the highlight into the blush. For powder, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Red Aspen Set Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It comes out kind of like a little bit of a skin tone color, like a light skin tone. So I'm just gonna pop that underneath my eyes. I always do underneath the eyes first, and then I go around the rest of my face. And this is really nice because it helps to blur and kind of like smooth out those lines and wrinkles and pores and just kind of like face tune your face in real life. So I always bring it up on my cheeks as well, because then it kind of just, if you did have a little bit of a whoopsie with your bronzer, it's gonna help disguise the whoopsie. It happens to the best of us. So I just apply that basically all over my entire face because I have pores and things to fill in everywhere. I especially focus on this stupid line. Gosh, it was so filled in when I got the PRP injections after the vampire facial that I was like, it's good for life. And then once the swelling went down, it came back and I was so sad because I thought I had gotten rid of it. So I'm excited to see if the next time I get them, I think the PRP injections were probably the most painful, but the most, they did a lot. Like I feel like they really did kind of plump up this section over here, because this is just the section that I don't like of my face. Then I take my Ben Nye Super White powder and I just marry this inner corner into the highlight, because that highlight is so intense. If you leave the inner corner bare, it kind of looks a little dark because your highlight is so bright. So what I do is I just kind of take a little bit of this powder and I just kind of blend the two together, because obviously you're not going to put your highlighter all the way into the inner corner. That would be weird. But this way it kind of just blends it so that you can have, so I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting right now. There we go, that's better. It just kind of makes it so that you have like a nice bright under eye, and then it blends. I take my Urban Decay The Ultimate Brush Off Set and Go. This is in the color Fair. Normally I use the color, I think it's like Universal, but it ran out, so. It's pretty translucent, so it's not like it makes me look white or anything, but I do prefer the universal. Oh wow, that line's a little bit lower than the other one. Okay, so I just let that sit. Eyebrows. So I first go in with the Brow Stylist Definer in Dark Blonde from L'Oreal. Oh, that's not the spoolie side. That could have been disastrous. And I do brush everything up. I need to get my mirror closer for this because I can't see that far. Do you guys hear that squeaking? That's my dog. If they're not barking, they're squeaking a toy. They will be heard. So I just kind of do the bottom part first. And I always go a little bit longer than I think I should because I feel like once I do my eye makeup, I always feel like you should have gone out further. And then I kind of just do my line on top and then softly kind of blend it in. Then I feel like I can't breathe when I do that. I leave the whole entire front part blank because I use a different pencil on that section. I actually have an appointment to get, I had to wait. I wanted to get it done sooner, but it's 10 days of keeping a Band-Aid on it, which is kind of a long time when you're like filming, you know? You got a dorky Band-Aid sitting on your face. So I've booked an appointment at the Aesthetic Center to remove that little clear mole and then this one on my eyebrow. I'm leaving that one because I really like that mole. Like I feel like that one's cute. I really just don't like that one, and that one's kind of annoying when I'm trying to do my eyebrow pencil because it just gets in the way. So I'm gonna get those taken off. But you have to keep a Band-Aid on for 10 days. So it kind of kills the cute vibe, you know? So that's why I've been putting it off, but I feel like I just want to get them. I've been wanting to get this one removed forever, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so then this is the Jason Wu Groomed by Mr. Wu. It doesn't say a color, which I think is very silly. It's like very confusing. I don't know why they would do that. But then I just do I just jacked that up. Normally I do it so much better, but because it's like the pressure of doing it on camera now. Just messed it up. But, oh, this one's really bad. Whatever, it's fine. So normally you would do tiny little strokes, but I just messed that up because I never can do things when I'm doing it on camera as good as I do when I'm just doing it myself, you know? Like I do not work well under pressure. It's like when you're like a really good student. This was me. I was a really good student. I did all my homework. I like worked extra hard to like get good grades. And then it would come to a test and I would fail the test. So it would totally look like I had like copied all my homework and like I did not know what I was doing. But like I had tons of time to do my homework so I could really focus and like, you know, do what I needed to do. And then when it came to the test, I was like so pressured of like doing it in a quick time and like it was just the pressure, like I just did not do good. So I'd always do really crappy on my test and then really good on my homework. So then I ended up getting like an average grade versus like getting just a good grade because if I could just do my test good. I'm just bad at tests. Then I go back in with the Groomed by Mr. Wu. because it's a little bit darker. Because sometimes when you use that, sorry, I didn't tell you the brow gel. When you use that brow gel, it's the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Brow Shaping Gel with jojoba oil in the color Soft Taupe. It sometimes takes away a little bit of the color that you had put down. So then I just go back in and make sure that I get it back in there. So then I take this is the Jason the Freckled Boy Faux Freckle from Jason Wu, and this is in the color JTFB01. This is great if you do have those clear moles, because like obviously this mole has pigment, but then when you put foundation over it, it kind of like covers the color. So this has got kind of like a really nice warm red tone. And it's like a little ink stain. So you can just go ahead and put the color back in to the mole. This one's just always skin tone color. It's just friggin' annoying. And I started coloring it in because people kept on saying, oh, will you pop that zit? And I'm like, do you think I would be having a zit for this long? I'm sorry, but there's no person that has a zit in the exact same spot for that long. It doesn't even look like a zit. It's not a whitehead, it's clear. So it was kind of annoying me. So I started coloring it in, and then I have a beauty mark right there. So the foundation covers them up a little bit, and then you can't see it as well. So, it's also really great if you did want to like make a zit a mole. I'm just going to leave that one because whatever, it's fine. It's a zit. It freaking happens. But if you did have a mole that you wanted to, or I'm sorry, a zit that you wanted to cover up or make it look like a mole, then you could do that too. So I just kind of let it sit for a minute. And then while I'm letting it sit, I go in with the Found Brow Highlighter Duo. This is in the color Twinkle. There's a matte side and a shimmery side. I don't like the shimmery side because it doesn't really do a whole lot. So I take the matte side and I just go underneath the brow. Then I get a tiny little brush. This one is from Coastal Scents. It's super old, but it's just a tiny little, like, just a little baby brush, and it's really good. And then it's great for just blending out the edges of that little cream highlighter. And it just makes your eyebrows look really crisp, and it can clean up any mess that you made, or if you did a little boo-boo on your brows. And then see how there's kind of like that line there? I just kind of tap out the line. But see how crisp and like lifted that looks now? So then I do the same on this side. It just kind of highlights the brow and makes your brow look really lifted and just nice. I take my Red Aspen Glow. Sorry, you probably don't want to look at that anymore, do you? That's a little bit annoying. And oh gosh, it's like all coming apart. With that same little brush, I pop that in my inner corner just to brighten the eye. It kind of elongates the eye, just makes you look alive. And then whatever's left on the brush, what side did I use? This side. I do a tiny little bit there and a tiny little bit there just to make my nose look skinnier. Then I'll just tap this ink stain, the Jason Wu. You just tap it like this to get any of the wetness off, and then it's stained the mole, and then it's done. You don't have to mess with it anymore. For my eyes, I've been doing it slightly different, maybe a little bit darker than I usually do. So this is the Red Aspen Fulfilled palette. You guys know it's my favorite. I absolutely love it. I have hit pan on quite a lot. So usually I'll take Exhale, Embrace, and Purpose. I was gonna say Popcorn. And I pop this right into my crease. And this is the first kind of combo that I do to kind of just give me a little bit of a definition. It really helps if you have more hooded eyes. It'll kind of define that crease. And then if you bring it up and kind of out like that, it extends your eye. We all need extending. Unless you have fabulous almond eyes already, then you probably still do. Because everybody wants more of a lifted, awake, happy eye versus a closed. It just makes you look sleepy. Like when I don't have eye makeup on, I look tired. It looks very downward and tired. And I always kind of go up into the brow right in this corner here. Again, I think it extends and makes your eyes look a little bit longer. This one was the EO2 from Pixi. I think it came in PR, so I can't really find it online. This is the Farrah 35E tapered blending brush. So then I go into Comfort right here, which is kind of more of like a brown, I don't know how to describe that color. It's like a little bit of a reddish brown, not red. No, it's kind of more of a mauve brown, I guess. And I just kind of put this in the outer portion of my crease. It kind of just makes it look a little bit more sultry without having to do the full-on smoky eye. Because this full-on smoky eye, I love the way it looks, but it's a lot of work and I just can't be bothered on most days to do that. And I just don't want to have to do that. Because I try to get my makeup done before I drop my kids off at school usually. But sometimes you're tired and you don't freaking wake up in time. And then you don't have time. This morning I had to spend forever trying to get sap out of my hair. So I was in the shower doing all these shampoos and conditioners and I broke off a bunch of pieces. Yep, like that one. Because I had all of this sap in my hair because I jumped on the trampoline with the kids and I was playing Break the Egg and they were jumping and I had my hair all on the trampoline and I didn't realize there was sap everywhere. So I got sap all in the back of my hair. So this morning I was spending seriously like forever in the shower trying to get this sap out, so it made me late. So I didn't have time to do my makeup, which is good because now I can film this for you. Then I take the BMX 402 smudger brush from Moda Pro. I love this brush for the lower lash. I get those same exact colors that I used in the crease the first time. Then I get a tiny little bit of Comfort and just on the very like outer third, oh maybe outer half, I just kind of deepen it up a little bit. The color Home, which is right here, and with that same brush I very softly I can't freaking see, hold on. I cannot see. This is why I always jack up, because I'm trying to like get a good angle for you guys, but then I can't see what I'm doing. Then with my nail, I pull it up and make it sharper. Oh, I messed up that side because I couldn't see what I was doing. Pooh! This is really beautiful. It's currently out of stock, but if you can find it at Ulta, it's out of stock online, but I found mine at Ulta. It's called Cosmic Charge by ColourPop, and I basically just stick it onto the probably first third of my lid and just kind of blend it out to the edge. Just like that. Then I get Frog from ColourPop, and these are the Super Shock shadows. And I just take a little tiny bit of Frog and I just go over the top in the very first part of the eye, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. For some reason this side is not looking blended in the camera, but it does in real life. That's annoying. And then I was like so obsessed with Ashton Kutcher. He was my boyfriend back in the day. That movie, whenever I say and then, it always reminds me of that movie. I don't even know what it's called. Okay, this is the Lord & Berry Silk Kajal Eye Pencil in the color 1002 Nudo. Opens up the eye a little bit. Then I curl my lashes. Oh, hold on a minute. I can't see what I'm doing again. Sorry. This one's from Lancome. It's so good. It's really good if you have rounded eyes, because a lot of eyelash curlers are made for almond eyes. So then they don't curl my lashes right because my eyes are so rounded. So if you have rounded eyes like me, then I definitely recommend that Lancome one because it's like shaped for more rounded eyes. Okay, so this is the Lancome Seals Booster XL. Then I use the Lancome Hypnose Drama. And this is just my favorite combo. I actually can't see. Now this is too, it's a freaking mirror. First it's too low, then it's too high. I need to get an adjustable chair. I've tried so many different combos. But like Sinead O'Connor said, nothing compares to you. Lancome Hypnose Drama. I was listening to that song yesterday and oh my god, like how good is that song? It's just such a great song. You can't beat it. I feel like there's so many classics like that that were made in that era. And I feel like maybe I'm aging myself here. Who's with me? Music is crap nowadays. I don't even know who half these people are. I don't even know their names. I don't even know who any of the new artists are. And then I listen to their music and I'm like, this is not good music. I'm sorry, but I listen to Kate Bush, Annie Lennox. There's some good songs that are new that I like. But a lot of the like really popular ones, I'm like, no, can't do it. Rubbish, as my nanny would say. Okay, then I brush off my bake. So see how even though it was the fair, it's not like it leaves like this white, you know, you don't have a white chin. Then I get my blush brush again and I add color back in because once you've powdered so much, then sometimes you miss a little bit of color. So this is the Raspberry Bloom. It looks really purple. It's very pigmented. You do not need much. This is the Red Aspen blush in Raspberry Bloom. So what I do is I get a little bit on my brush and it's like, whoa! So then I tap it on my hand first and then I apply it. But like I already tapped it off and look how much color. So it's super pigmented. You hardly need any of this, or you can look a little tiny bit like, woo! Then I do a tiny little bit on that center part of my nose. Then I brush off the brush. That's why I always have towels nearby. And I make sure I get most of the pigment off and then I just kind of marry everything in. I'll go back in and just make sure everything is looking smooth. And I'll go back into my highlight brush. And I'll just kind of make sure everything is looking blended. And then I have a new lip combo that I've been loving. This is the Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner Lip from LA Girl in the color Nonstop Nude. So you fill in the whole lip. Laneige Lip Treatment Balm. OMG. Smells like a mamba or some kind of juicy candy. Has little light reflecting pigments. And it moisturizes your lips so well. Okay, then I take the L'Oreal Nude Intense 178 New Excessif. It's a little bit peachy. So you have to mix it. I mean, you don't have to. I like to mix it with the 920 Nude Lust Cream from Maybelline. Then the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Pink Cosmo. And this is kind of like a plumping gloss. It has a bit of a tingle. So just remember that. Then, because there's like 8 million pounds of lip gloss on, you definitely want to do that situation. Otherwise, it's so lip glossy. Look how good that looks on the lips. So pretty, right? I get the Jason Wu Mr. Wu. It's just the MW01. I shake it up. Oh, that smells so good. I just kind of mist myself just to make sure all the powders are like melted in and it's not looking all powdery. Usually it's okay. Because my skin is so oily, I can get away with it, but sometimes if you don't have as oily skin as I do, you definitely want to mist if you're putting that much powder on, just so that everything kind of melts in. But let me take my hair down so I don't look like a dork. Actually, I need to curl my hair really bad. My roots are just horrendous right now. They're just really, oh, it's put a dent in my hair as well. Gosh darn it. Okay guys, so that is my current makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoy and found that helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Again, everyth's gonna be linked in the description box. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this and found this helpful. Follow me on Instagram. It is at Sam Schuerman, SAMSCHUERMAN. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.